Good day, race fans! I'm Unsilent and we're on the air with more Grand Prix 2. F1 testing is underway. The season's just a couple weeks away from getting started, so it's time for one last bonus race. It's the Moroccan Grand Prix. Coming to you all the way from 1958 was the one and only Moroccan Grand Prix from Casablanca in Morocco on the Ain-Diab Circuit, if I'm saying that right. A whopping 7+ kilometers, only 4 turns. It's like if you take the final sector of Baku, you know, all the way from just like the quick left and then the slow left, all the way through to turn 1. That's basically the Ain-Diab Circuit. I'm not going to be able to say that right. Very fast, very tricky to kind of get your balance right because, you know, you want to have downforce to get down this through the turns and get a good exit down the straights because it's all straight here. So you've got, surprisingly, you've only got really 1, maybe 2 good overtake attempts. Most of that's on the slipstream, really. But we'll take a look at that. We're going to do the track map, the hot lap, I should say. As here we go through the Ain-Diab Circuit down to turn number 1. Break it down to first gear from over 200 there. That is the Ain-Diab corner. Now on the Boulevard Panoramique, this right dogleg here is one of like 6 places you slow down if you include the 2 doglegs. Breakdown for the Boulevard Alexandre corner, the slowest turn on the track. Maybe a decent overtaking opportunity, but because it twists in, it's hard to get a good line. Casablanca Road here. That takes us all the way down to turn number 3, a long ways away. We've got this left and this dogleg right coming up. The 4th of 6 places where you slow down, break it down to, you can take it flat in qualifying, but in race trim you're down to 4th, 5th gear. That was turn 3, the Azenmoor Road curve, and now down to turn 4 here is the Sidi Abderrahman curve. I think I got that pronunciation wrong. And now we're along the coast road. There's the coast off to your left, and it's flat from here all the way back to the Ain-Diab corner, turn 1. So if you're going to get a slipstream, this is it. Slipstream, get your toe, and then make the overtake into turn 1. All that in 62 seconds and change. We are not in a 1958 mod. There was a 1958 car set. So whereas Bobby Rahal from the 1978 car set. I was originally going to do Fuji. That didn't work out because I was catastrophically slow. And Brands Hatch was a little too detailed to run in the old DOS box. So we picked up the 78, kept the 78 car set, and now we're Bobby Rahal. Yeah, the 3-time champ car champ. Was in a couple races in F1. We set our first qualifying time here on Friday qualifying, a 41. Ignore that. That's a very tempting first corner to go deep on because you're going over 200 into it. So you want to really push deep. But let's take a look at qualifying results, and yeah. 1 second faster. This was on the Pro difficulty. And we're a second ahead of Andretti. Speaking of IndyCar guys. We're second ahead of Mario Andretti in his Lotus Ford, so I decided, you know what, let's at least try and make a go of this. We'll turn up the difficulty to Ace difficulty and have another go at it. All over again. By the way, no pit lane speed limit here in this old track. And like, nice little throwback. So here we go, first qualifying attempt, and we've gone faster. We've gone to 41 flat. And we still can't take the first corner. That's embarrassing. And as we continue along through our qualifying adventures, we still find another 3/10. We're going to dip into the 40s if we keep this up. Through turn 4. There's a sailboat off in the distance there. You can see that. Anyway, we charge down the coast road. Back to the left here. I like to take that straight. The AI kind of likes to kick back to the right, back to the left. I just like to go straight. Straight line's the fastest path, right? And we've managed to find 7/10 on lap and managed to go a second faster than we were on Pro mode. I don't know if Ace mode picks up the pace or anything, but I certainly managed to find that. On to Saturday qualifying. And here we are coming up behind one of the Tyrrells. I think it's DePaulier. We'll got duck right. Oh no! That's gone wrong. That's gone wrong. That right front bouncing up in the air does not seem good. We've been hit as we're going down the main straight. What the hell happened here? As we take a look at the replay, we go to the inside, and the Tyrrell goes looking for the pit lane, and it takes off our left rear tire. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to complete that qualifying run. As we cross the line, we lose a hot lap. Oh, sorry, it was Peroni that hit us. He was looking to the pit lane. You can see his pit indicator in the bottom left is on, but you can't see that when you're behind him. So, yeah, that, not the best, not the best qualifying moment I've ever had. And here we go, we're gonna try it again! And nope! The keyboard says nope! Normally I don't mention any technical problems I have, but all of a sudden my keyboard just noped out and locked the throttle open. I couldn't have any steering input, I couldn't pause. The only thing I had going for me, I could alt-tab out and that was it. So I guess I'm not getting a Saturday qualifying run. My Friday time is good enough for pole. As we take a look at the grid for the Moroccan Grand Prix, on pole in the Wolf Ford is Bobby Rahal ahead of Mario Andretti's Lotus Ford by almost 2 seconds. What about ace difficulty? Niki Lauda in the Brabham Alfa Romeo on row 2, and then he is alongside Gilles Villeneuve in the Ferrari. Carlos Reutemann, his teammate, in P5. John Watson in the other Brabham in P6. Ronnie Peterson, the late great Ronnie Peterson, in the other Lotus on the inside of row 4, alongside Jody Scheckter in the other Wolf Ford. Walter Wolf Racing, a Canadian team. So not only did I pick a driver, I know I picked a good Canadian team. A lot of Canadian content going on in this episode. Emerson Fittipaldi in a car of his own make here on row 5 alongside James Hunt in the McLaren. Alan Jones in the lone Williams on row 6 alongside Patrick Tambay, who's rocking the other McLaren. Jacques Lafitte in the lone Ligier on row 7. Riccardo Patrese in the Arrows. We know it as a footwork from our Let's Play. Patrick Depailler in the Tyrrell and Clay Regazzoni in the Shadow. There's an old school name. Speaking of a little Champ Car influence, here's Derek Daly, a Champ Car analyst. His son is in the series in the Ensign alongside Didier Pironi in the other Tyrrell. Hans Stuck in the Shadow, teammate to Regazzoni on row 10 alongside Alex Ribeiro in another Fittipaldi car. René Arnoux on the inside of row 11 alongside Jochen Mass in an ATS Ford. His teammate was KK Rosberg in number 10, and Rolf Stommelen, who is in, I believe he was in a Arrows. Harold Ardle, he is in an Ensign, although that was, I believe, no, I can't remember exactly who was running that one, but that was not a factory Ensign. And Vittorio Brambilla, shotgun on the field in P26. The warning horn goes, the engines come to life, it's race time in Grand Prix 2. 1, red light, the revs come up, and green, and I'm left for dead off to start. Boy, did I chunk that start. As everyone's going by us, I get cut off, back off, and I'm down to P8 and P7 through turn 1, an ugly, horrific start. Let's take a look at the replay. Everyone's going, and I'm just standing on the line as the Brabhams and the Ferraris and a bright yellow Fittipaldi all just charge by me into turn 1. Just hold off Peterson and Scheckter there. Let's take a look at the replay again. Now watch there. Reaction time of over half a second between when the light went green and I engaged first gear. Not the best effort ever, but we're going to try and make a go of it just the same. Dive down to turn 2, just argy-bargy. Fittipaldi out of the way. Into turn 2. On lap 3, we're charging up behind. Whoa, the Ferrari. And we go wide. And, oh, sorry, Carlos. As we go wide and through the gravel and spin around. Take another look at this on the replay. They slowed up a lot more than I thought I was, and I dove across the gravel to avoid them, and I took the Ferrari with me, as he had to, as Reutemann just dove out of the way to avoid an out-of-control me, and did not do well for his another on board, as I look like I'm just completely out of control. I swear I was mostly in control there. But we recover. We set fast lap there at the end of lap 4. And we are right up behind John Watson. Reutemann, on the other hand, I don't want to say his trip into the gravel caused his engine to explode, but it probably didn't help either. Lap 10, we go fast forward a bit. Oh, we've run wide in that dogleg, that 5th gear dogleg, and we've torn off part of the front wing once again on replay. That is a tricky part. There were a lot of cars that had trouble with that, and it caused a little bit of understeer on the car. And there goes the other part of the front wing. I don't know if you saw that fly up in front of us there. So now we're completely without a front wing. Again, only minor understeer, rather. Okay, that's a problem. And that's a problem. Yeah, just a little bit of understeer there, and that's just gotten worse without the front wing or front nose. Yep, turning into a tricycle. Nope, now we're a bicycle. 2 wheels, it's a bicycle. So I'm going to try and make a go. If I can get back to the pits, the pit crews at Grand Prix 2 could do anything. If we can get back to the pits, we are going to make a go of it, but the problem is we have absolutely no control of the car, save throttle and brakes. And as somebody bumped into us, and we've ended up in the hay bales, and I think that's the day done, yep. The marshals have decided that that's it. Race over, thanks for coming out, Mr. Ray Hall, but your day is finished. Yeah, and we get the dreaded DNF screen. Zeddy Irvine there. Kind of appropriate. But because this is a bonus episode, it's not going to a championship or anything, I thought, well, you know what? It's only a bonus race, so we'll have a little fun with it. We'll put them back on the starting grid. We'll try it again. The warning horn goes. The engines come to life. It's race time in Grand Prix 2. I think this is the only time that it's happened. Lights, one red light, revs come up, and green, green, green. A much better reaction time this time. So instead of dropping to P8, we only drop to P6. We'll go up the inside of Reutemann, make that P5 off the start. Once again, let's take a look at the start. One to keep an eye on is, as we go 3 wide, was Gilles Villeneuve, making his way up into P2 behind Andretti, and Peterson making a huge charge from, P5 ahead of me as well. Looking up the inside of Peterson, same place we ran Reutemann off the road. Looking around the inside, or the outside into turn 2, but Peterson will get the best of us under brakes into turn 2. We'll take another look at that. Just yet. No, he just got me under the brakes. Nothing you could do about that. Down the straight as we go towards the dogleg before turn 3. He is just defending a treat. And I don't have a prayer there. And there goes Reutemann up the inside. Oh, up the inside and over the inside. And into the guardrail there. That was an ambitious move there as we take another look at that. No time to react to that move. A very late dive out when I'm already in the middle of the road. And that was it. Up and over my car, and day is done on the spot. Poor Reutemann did not have a lot of luck here at this Moroccan Grand Prix. But we go ahead and we've managed to set fast laps. So even though we've run into some trouble early on, we do still have a quick piece of kit. Lap 8, looking once again around the outside of Peterson. And just overcook it into turn 2. Oh, so close, but we'll take a look at that once again. There we go by. And there he goes by. Just try to leave it a little too late as we come onto lap 9. And oh, now that is leaving it a little too late under the brakes, just a bit. Why did I put a replay of that in there? I should have just shown it once and been done with it. Oh no, I showed 2 replays. Yes, I absolutely cocked it up. That is on me. That one is entirely my fault. So now we're Sans front wing with 6 laps to go. We've got to defend hard here. Well, nope, now we're Sans front wing. So we run wide, missing half a front wing. We've run wide at that dog leg. And now we are completely without front wing for the last 6 laps of the race. any charging John Watson who's taking advantage of my understeer. Well, not quite there, but he will do so shortly. All over the back of me as we head down to turn 4 and taking advantage of the understeering wolf as we head on to the coast road. But we will... Nope, we're not going to slipstream. We're into the pits. Out of the way! Into the pits. Out of the pits. Under brakes into turn 1. And we're by Watson for P4. So what happened there is the game turned on the pit indicator because I've got a damaged front wing. It forces me into the pits. I go through the pit stall and right back out the other side because there's no pit speed limit and past Watson. And what might be... Here's a look chasing back from Watson. There I go, and here I come. It might be the single most ridiculous overtake I've ever seen in this game. Anyway, later on, Watson following me on the coast road takes that turn wrong, takes that dogleg wrong, and ends up washing out onto the gravel. As we come up to the last lap, we overcook it in turn 1. Oh, I should have known that we were building to a problem with turn 1 with all the other times I made a mistake. Now we're behind Watson without a front wing, but we're looking strong heading into turn 3. Get on the brakes. Can we dive bomb him to 3? No, we're not close enough. We're a lot better through that dogleg than everyone else, but we just aren't good enough through that turn. And so it will be P5 that we will have to settle for in the Moroccan Grand Prix. It's not that I could have done better, it's that I should have done better. But I guess we'll wrap it up. Driving alongside Gilles Villeneuve in my car, I thought that was a nice way to wrap up the race. A couple of Canadians in formation next to each other. Mario Andretti wins the race in the Lotus Ford. Gilles Villeneuve in second, Niki Lauda in third. Then it's Watson in the other Brabham, and myself in P5. Emerson Fittipaldi rounding out the points there as we go on down the list. Peterson finishes 1 lap behind, mostly my fault. The Wolf of Schechter, P19, he was running good until he lost his front wing, probably the same way that we lost the front wing, and so that was probably why he ended up back there. I know Daly ended up running into that curbing as well. So that's how that race played out, and that is it. That's the last of the bonus races for Grand Prix 2. We're going to be back with a new season in just a couple of weeks. It'll be Australian Grand Prix weekend that we'll be back with more Grand Prix 2. So stay tuned as we come back for F1 1995 GP2. But until then, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you are new, share on social media, follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on Air for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Don't forget you can check out more Grand Prix 2 in the playlist. It's on the screen in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.